What's up?
Hey, what's up, brother?
How you
You
doing
ever?
today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. You ever have those days where you just totally forget what's going on?
Yes, I actually sat on most of. Was it? It's funny because last week, I think Thursday, because we have guys in our shop that we kind of split weekends, except for my position, we have weekends off. But some guys have Friday, Saturdays off. Some guys have Sunday, Mondays off. And it went to last Thursday, and I was talking to one of the guys, and he was getting ready to leave. It was like, "Oh, dude, I'll see you. I'll see you next week. I'll see you tomorrow." He's like, "No, you won't." I'm like, "What do you mean? It's my Friday." I'm like, "No, it's Wednesday." So I was pretty much majority of Thursday thinking it was Wednesday.
Well, that's bad. Well, my day's not quite that far off, but I didn't set up this live till maybe 30 minutes ago. I say maybe 30 minutes ago. That's probably being generous, to be honest. I didn't like really do my research like I normally do. So I normally spend, and I know that a lot of people don't know this, but I normally spend like a solid 2 hours like researching the topics that we talk about before we talk about them. Like I go through them and I read the articles, which just seems crazy, but I honestly do. I go through them and read the articles. So then I spent the last 10 minutes trying to desperately speed read things. so,
We are going to be
so
flying by the seat of our pants today.
that's exactly what I was about. So forgive us if you're like, man, they seem unorganized. It's me. It's all me today on this one because I've just been all kinds of shades of unorganized. So how's your work week going?
Not bad, not bad. Like I said, it's I always have a lot of work to get done, things like that. So I'm trying to organize what's the most important because I've only got 3 more days this week, and then I'm on vacation all next week.
That's right. You're about to
So
go hit vacation.
trying to organize what's most important before I go on vacation, so that way it's taken care of while I'm gone. Now I've got a fantastic coworker of mine that will be able to take over without a problem. But it's I try to make it so people don't have to do so much of my stuff.
I understand that. Anytime that you get ready to go on vacation at work, it's just tough, right? Because you're trying to get all the little like things that maybe other people don't know you do, or maybe you're just trying to make sure you're putting unnecessary weight on people. So you're trying to do extra stuff so that you can get ahead. I totally get it. And that's the one like downside to going on vacation is all the work that you're mentally and physically trying to do to get ready to go to vacation. So but this is
Exactly.
what I'm gonna say. This is the advice that I'm gonna give you. When you go on vacation, be on vacation.
Oh
Just
yeah.
just just decide that you're done with it. and just
Well, I mean, it'll be vacation, but it's also for me, it's a filming vacation. But then again, I enjoy doing that. I may not do as much editing while I'm on vacation. I may just spend the time collecting footage and organizing, putting everything away into folders. So I'll have my computer with me. But I enjoy doing that stuff. So to me, that's not, something like it's not work. So
I film everywhere I go too. I mean, that's I was really just saying from work. I don't consider filming work anymore. It's just me doing what I want to do. I still have some footage from a trip that we took like a month ago that I haven't sat down and edited yet, and mainly because I can't get the footage to come off of my 360 onto my phone. I used to be able to just grab my phone and transfer the video straight over, but for some reason the 360 and my phone aren't wanting to communicate. So if you know how I can fix that, that would be pretty awesome. If one of
I'm
y'all
not
know how I
sure.
can fix that, throw a comment over wherever the thing is. Throw a
Well, see, I
comment
get,
down there.
that's the other stressful part about going on vacation is, I know I'm going to be filming. So, it's about also making sure I have everything because, we are going to an water park. So I'm going to need my GoPro with me. I'm going to need, make sure my batteries are all with me. My chargers with me. My cables are all with me. My hard drives are all with me. So there's still a lot there. I gotta, you know, and we'll probably do that most of Saturday. Now we're trying to do like a Mother's Day thing Saturday since we're gonna be driving on Sunday. As this weekend is Mother's Day, so for all mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.
Is
Early.
that already coming up?
That's a Sunday. That's a
Oh
Sunday.
man, I'm glad you reminded me.
But yeah, a lot of that, and I'm trying somewhere in between taking the girls out shopping on Friday night after work and somewhere Saturday to try to fit in going to watch the Doctor Strange movie as well.
Oh man, I'm gonna wait for those movies to come out in theater. For some reason I don't go and see Marvel movies a whole lot in theaters unless of course it's Venom, and then I like rush to the theater to see it. It's got to be the right movie for me, and I don't feel
Yeah.
like that's the right one.
No, but I see. I do. I think it is. I didn't watch. Unfortunately, I didn't. I just never got an opportunity to go see Spider Man. As I really wish I would have. But I rushed to see Eternals, Shang-Chi, stuff like that. I figured I'll wait till those come out video. But man, this one though. I mean, even Thor, Love and Thunder. Oh, the trailer looks fantastic. I'm not maybe gonna jump on seeing it, but I don't know. Doctor Strange. I think this may be one that you're gonna want to see in the theater.
They're gonna have Wanda's coming back. I mean, so maybe, just maybe it's one of them that I might.
Wanda comes back. There's some rumors that we're gonna see Kang the Conqueror as well. So we don't know. There's a whole lot going on here.
We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. So, any new pops you picked up lately?
None. I've been so busy running around. I got no new pops, unfortunately. My stack has been just sitting over there.
Just stacked sitting there. Jesus.
I'm running out of room, to be honest with you. I've got a stack on the table over here. Got a stack on the shelf back here. I've got everything back here. I got to find more shelving.
Any pre-orders lately?
I think I put in some at Entertainment Earth, but I don't expect them for a while, to be honest with you.
What'd you pre-order?
I think I know I did one at Pop in the Box, because Pop in the Box, and maybe that is coming in. There was one Wanda I didn't have from WandaVision, so I did order that because there was a Pop in the Box exclusive, so that just came back into stock. And what did I order? I think there was. I can't remember, to be honest with you. I have to go on the website to remember what the hell I pre-ordered. It's one of those things where when you start to just get on this rotation of looking at all the websites and just clicking, I want this one, I want this one, you start to forget which one.
I agree with you 100%. That is exactly what happens. I mean, that's the one crazy thing about pre-orders is if you're not careful, you forget. You said Pop in the Box. I actually just pre-ordered for the first time my ever first pre-order from Pop in the Box, and after you said you can't remember, I don't remember what I pre-ordered from them. I don't have a clue. I think that's why they all become mystery boxes.
I did see, and I think it just released recently, that I'm gonna have to start ordering because I think I've only got some black lights of them. The whole new Stranger Things line just released.
Yeah, I figured we'd talk about that in a little bit.
And I'm sure we'll talk about that as we go. But
yeah, we're going to go over that one. We're going to go over some new Funko book they have. We're even going to chat about the NFTs for a minute. I got some stuff written down here. How about we hit that chat up real quick though? I see that they've been blowing up over there, and I even have this guy that I'm going to be giving away today. You know, guys, I promised y'all we're going to put tech to work for a little while.
We'll have to bring that back up.
We have this guy right here that we're going to be giving away tonight. This is the Iron Maiden Eddie. This thing is really cool. Now, you know that I played like a little mini pop chase roulette with him. I didn't get the chase. So unlucky for me, lucky for you, this guy's going to go up for the giveaway tonight. So just make sure you're sticking around, and we're just going to give it away in the live. We're not going to send you anywhere. We're not going to do any of that stuff. We're just simply going to give this guy away to any really awesome guys out there. Next, maybe not next week, but the week after that, we're going to do these a little different. I have decided that I want to play Planko, and I've figured out how we're going to play Planko, which is going to give multiple people the chance to win it, right? So I think that's going to be a lot more fun, so just make sure you're sticking around for that. Who do we have over there in the chat today?
We had, listen, right in the early, we got Josh Prado.
Josh, what is up, brother?
Man? Appreciate it. Florida Nerd Channel, which is not in Florida, somewhere else. That has me completely through a loop. I thought he was in Florida the entire time. I know he's from. Yeah. He grew up in Florida, but now
Kentucky's the new Florida.
Somewhere else. Is it Kentucky?
Kentucky's the new Florida.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
no, it's not. Zach, we got our buddy Zach Bonifer in the house, and I actually got a story to tell. I think it was I can't remember yet, but I got a story to tell about.
No, go ahead and tell it.
From this past week, we'll hit the chat out, and then I'll go there. All We've got, of course, one of our favorite Canadians, Nadia,
aka Little Monster. I just like saying Little Monster.
Exactly. We got Simon Crook also in the house. I'm also from Canada as well. Who else we got in here? Baby Ice is in the house. What is going on? Appreciate you stopping on by. And I think that's all we're caught up with. We'll post you up as you come in.
Is that everybody? If that's not everybody, we're sorry.
And I'm actually almost thinking it wasn't him. Anyways, I can't remember, to be honest. And Zach, if this was you, please post up and say if it was you. I can't remember. It may have been somebody else. But I was in where was I? I was in Pop Barbarian and JKL, the Pop the Chaos.
Pop the Chaos
chat the other day. And
awesome chat.
I always pop in from time to time. And they were doing a giveaway thing, and they were doing the hashtag with the StreamYard picker. And I don't typically do these things, to be honest with you, because I'd rather give aways even on other people's channels go to other people. But I ended up winning. I put the hashtag on. I don't know why, but I ended up winning. And so, he had this whole screen of different pops you could pick from. Well, I didn't want them. I didn't want anything. Now, there were some cool pops, and there's some real good Disney ones I would have picked. But I decided to give it away. And I think it was Zach that I gave it away to. But, it may have been someone else completely. I can't remember at this point. But what's funny is he also had some giveaway trolls in the chat. And right after I gave it away to somebody, and mind you, I know it was somebody that watches our show all the time. And I know Nadia was even there as well. So I don't know if she remembers. But I just picked the first name. I think he had one of the most recent comments. So that's why I picked it that we knew of. And I was getting called names from after giving it away. I'm like, how am I getting called names? I mean, like vulgar names for giving something away to somebody else just because I didn't pick you.
Hold on.
I mean, really?
This is what you were supposed to say. Hold on. This is what you were supposed to say.
That's some serious shit. You lucky you my boy.
I was kind of just taken back for a second there. I'm like, what the hell? And everyone's originally was saying, oh, it's rigged because I'm another YouTuber. But it was, first of all, of course, these things aren't rigged. Second of all, I don't need the giveaway, so I'm going to give it back to somebody else. But I couldn't fathom this, that I was literally getting called shit names.
Okay, so check this out. So check this out. That is why I have not been advertising these giveaways at all. If you notice, you haven't seen them on my Instagram, you haven't seen them on YouTube posts, you have not seen them because I'm not trying to invite the giveaway trolls. If you're only here because I'm going to give you something, and then you're going to troll the rest of the people who are here because they want to interact with the community and us as a whole, I want to give it to you guys. I don't want to give it to those other folks. And that's why I have not been advertising it. I have not been telling anyone. I have not made it a point to no, if you're here and I give it away, that's cool. If you're not, then you're not. And I can't, that's people, man. It's so funny. And a lot of people don't know this, but me and you have given stuff away and then later caught grief on Instagram from people who didn't win, talking about how it was rigged. We rigged it. They were supposed to win, or they timed out, and we unjustly gave it to someone else. Oh man, it's
gotten bad before. Yeah, and really, we're just trying to. We're just trying to do, because a lot of times maybe these are extras, maybe there's something, maybe it's something, I don't know. We try to give things away, because you guys are good viewers, and we appreciate you guys, and we would rather. That's why, again, it's good not to advertise, because we don't want those trolls. We want these items to be going to you guys, the people that come and watch every week.
Well, it took me a little while to decide if I was going to advertise it or not, and then I just decided that I wasn't, because why? If I advertise it, then you're just going to get the people who aren't really here to be here, right? I mean, they're just here because they think they're getting something for free, and then I just don't want to have to deal with all of the nonsense later. Like, well, I need you to ship that first class next day mail to this address, and then I'm gonna bug you every day on if it got there. I mean, come on, man. And the thing that kills me the most is when people say rigged. Why would we rig it?
What benefit do we have to rigging it, especially on some of them that we've gone where it's going to Canada or UK? Like I remember us getting crap because we had a giveaway item that our buddy, I can't remember, our buddy in UK, he won 3 weeks in a row. And they're telling us it was rigged. Why
Yeah.
would we rig something that costs more to send to the UK?
We didn't have nothing to do with our money, and we felt like sending it off into the wild.
Makes no sense at all.
Hey,
There's no
but
point in.
let's pick that hashtag real quick. Let's do
and apparently that was Zach that I did pick. He got the giveaway.
let's throw that hashtag WayneTech over in the comments real quick. I think that's how that worked, right? You could pull it from the live, but it had to be a hashtag, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so throw that hashtag in WayneTech real quick, guys.
Got it up.
So that we can get y'all entered to win this really awesome Iron Maiden Eddie. This guy is pretty cool. Now, I was going after the chase. I didn't get the chase. It's whatever. It happens. It happens on a pretty regular basis, believe it or not. I mean, it happens. Let me get this pulled up though, because I got some stuff that I want to share today, and then we're gonna kind of go into a little bit more of a serious talk. And I know that that's something that maybe y'all are accustomed to with us, because sometimes me and Chris, we get into a little bit more serious conversations than maybe you get from some of the other places, like how we really feel about NFTs and different things like that. I mean, so I have a little bit more of a serious conversation we'll get into a little later, but right now I want to pull up those Stranger Things, because Chris has already mentioned the Stranger Things, and I was kind of looking at them earlier. There's a lot of really cool stuff with the Stranger Things, and then they got some whole, like, what do they call that? The 8-pixel stuff that I don't really get behind.
Yeah, I'm not huge. I've seen the 8 pixels with the the Ninja Turtles and stuff like that before, but I don't know. I may be interested in these ones.
So the Stranger Things has this whole line coming out right now that you can get your hands on, and sometimes I don't look at this stuff as news, because it's kind of already been out for pre-order. You can currently go pre-order these guys on Entertainment Earth. These are all just kind of commons. The one thing I didn't see is I didn't see that Entertainment Earth got an exclusive on these, but I'm not a huge like Stranger Things person.
Oh, I love Stranger Things. I'm huge on Stranger Things.
I am when it comes to 11. So when it comes to 11, I like all of her pops, and it's the rest of them to me. When you get into people pops, we've had this conversation. People pops they're tough.
They are,
right? Because people pops could look like almost anyone. There's not a whole lot that makes a people pop very distinguished, right? Unless it's Captain America or if it's Gandalf. I mean, there has to be something about the person that's very.
There's got to be an iconic look, like like a people pop Marty McFly. You're gonna pick up a Marty McFly out of nowhere. Even the one Biff Tannen, you're gonna see that on a show and go, "That's Biff Tannen." And that's why people pops are difficult, because some of these characters, I don't know all of them, but some of them, I mean, I could pick them off in advance because of certain traits. But some of these, you can put them on there, and if people don't know the show, they're just like, "Who the hell is that?"
Right. So let's do the top row, third one to the right. He has the whole 80s style coming up. If I took him and said he was a grease pop outside of the box, you wouldn't tell me any different. You'd be like, "Yep, that's who he is." I mean, so when it gets into the people pops, the box is really important for the pop, and for some reason, I know that's not everyone. I tend to not like that.
Said top row, third. Which one from the top?
Top third. So if we go to the very top, and you do third one to the right.
I know that's Steve right there. He's probably one of very popular characters, as well as his, let's say, his girlfriend on the side there, and of course you got 11, which is on top row all the way to the left. I can't remember all the kids' names, to be honest.
Right, but
it's a great show.
Right, but you get the point, right? I mean, they're just hard to figure out when you start getting into the people pops. Now, this Target 11, oh man,
that 11 looks fantastic. I
think this 11 is crazy good.
Now, though, we don't know technically if that is 11, to be honest with you, because there's already been in the trailers. There's been hints that there were other children. Of course, she was 11th. That she was called 11 because she was the 11 scientific, test type thing. So there was showing to be other people that were in these trials and tests and stuff like that. So that may actually not be 11. It's a very possibility. but we
Don't
won't know
don't
until it
tell me
comes out.
that. You're messing with my whole brain. You know I don't. My brain's pretty small, and it doesn't like cope very well
Well,
when
you
it
got to
comes to
remember if you go back to that first one, 11's got a full head of hair now.
right, but I don't really watch Stranger Things. So what one of my kids is really into Stranger Things, and the only reason I've watched like season 1 is because my daughter's really into it. So I mean, other than that, I really haven't seen it. I know this character at the bottom left down there, the bottom left. I know that he's a very iconic character.
Yeah, he's
I
always
know
got the
that
ball cap.
yeah, I know that 11's very iconic. The top left, far left, this is already at Walmart. I've already
Really?
seen it on the shelves.
I
Yeah, I
didn't
mean,
see. I haven't seen it
I've
yet.
already seen that one on the shelves. I mean, so it's already there. And which is funny because they just kind of released these were out and that one's already there, but they still haven't got their Earth Day pops. Tell me how that makes any
Yeah.
sense. But it's already there. Guys, don't forget to put that hashtag WayneTech over there in the comments if you hadn't already. I did not see an Entertainment Earth exclusive on this, and now you messed my whole head up by telling me that that wasn't 11 because I
I
just
don't think
knew
that's 11.
I knew that this one was 11, and I also knew that the one beside it was 11. So
No.
nope.
I think the one with the water cap is actually what's her name, the
What did
redhead.
you call that?
It's like it's like a swim cap.
A what?
Swim cap, old school swim. Remember, this is based in the 80s.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
I believe that's the swim cap.
I don't know. You got it. And then they've got to like double down with these things. And I look, these things are cool if you're into collecting what I consider to be like the elementary like toddler toys, because this is what this reminds me of. They remind me of the little Tikes. You ever see the little Tikes?
Yes, my kids
So
got
the
a bunch of
yeah,
them.
so you got the little Tikes, and they're like, an inch and a half tall, and they all have this unusual, like, strange look to them. These things do that same thing to me. I look at them and I'm like, "Oh, little Tikes." But, of course, they're not little Tikes, they're collectibles because how dare we say that they're little Tikes, but that is what they look like.
I was actually kind of hoping for like a 10-inch Demogorgon, but I don't think they did those ones.
I'm sure that it's coming at some point. I mean, I'm sure that it's coming. Nick, how are you doing? Good evening, brother. I'm sure that it's coming at some point. I mean, it's they've come out with so much like Stranger Things
To a
stuff
certain
that
extent, I'm getting addicted to 10-inch pops. I don't know why.
oh, be careful with that. You want
I've
to talk
got
about
no
running
room
out of
for
room.
them.
I think me and you had that conversation a long time ago about my obsession with the 10-inch pops.
That's why I
And
stayed away from 10-inch pops for so long.
they take up so much room, but they're so cool looking. I'm going to tell you, I didn't really know. Did you see the video with the 18-inch pop?
Yes,
You did see it? Do you have you seen an 18-inch pop?
I have not personally seen one, but I mean, I saw you had a pretty good perspective on your table with it and everything. Yeah,
This thing is massive. And I'm going to be honest with you. I would buy a lot of these. That thing is cool, and it has this presence in your room like you wouldn't
you just gotta
believe.
hollow that out, and you can wear it as a helmet.
No joke. I mean, it is that big. I mean, when you put it beside another pop, you're like, check this out.
Oh yeah,
You're like, what? What are you doing? All right, put that thing back over there. You gotta turn it around somehow.
Keychains. I just don't get into keychains.
I don't either. Look, here's the thing with the
I think I have
keychains.
one or two, but I don't really care for them.
Here's my thing with the keychains, and I'd love to know if somebody else has had a different experience with the keychains. I initially got some of the keychains in some of those GameStop mystery boxes. And GameStop's been doing them forever. The Black Friday mystery boxes. I don't know if they did one this past Black Friday, but they used to, and they all came with keychains. And one of the original ones that I got my hands on was the Batman and Joker, and I had the keychains because you wind up with duplicates when you buy multiple boxes, right? I decided that I was going to use these keychains, that I was into the keychains, and I was going to use the keychain. Well, my first one, the legs fell off of it, and I said, "Well, that's not a big deal. I'll grab another one," because I had like 8 of them. I think that all of them were duplicates with the exception of 2. So I mean, I was like, whatever. I'll grab another Joker because it's a keychain, and
Yeah.
to me, it's a keychain. I'm going to use it. So I threw it on my keys. The legs come off of it. I quit using them because every time I tried to use one, the legs fell off of it. And I don't understand why you would make something that the legs fall off of if it's a keychain. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are gonna say, well, you're supposed to collect it, but if you make it into a keychain,
Yeah,
shouldn't it be able to use it? I
I
mean,
would think so.
and that's my problem with the keychains is everyone that I've grabbed to put on my keychains in less than 3 months,
They
the
fall off.
legs fell off. And I say 3 months, and I'm being more than gracious because I think the first one was like 3 weeks. I mean, and then I super glued them back together, and now they're sitting on my desk, and I've never used them because it annoyed me. James, I see you in the house, brother. It's good to see you today. What Funko Pops do you recommend for pre-order?
Um,
There's a lot of them out there right now that I think that you should maybe jump on in the pre-order world. But normally when that happens, they sell out pretty fast. So it's tough to tell you which ones you should be pre-ordering at this moment because normally when they come up for pre-order and they're going to be worth something because I'm assuming that's what you're asking, they sell out pretty fast. I'm going to say that there's some of them out there right now that are extremely underrated. I just dropped that video the other day about my top 10 picks for this month.
oh, nice. I didn't see that one yet.
The most underrated pop out there right now, and everyone should listen to this because this is just me being honest, is going to be Homer backing into the bush.
That
That
is a
is
hot one. I like that one.
that is the most underrated pop at this moment, and it hasn't sold out, and it's probably not going to sell out. It's probably going to be one of them that's going to sit back there for the next year, and then when it does sell out, everybody's going to be talking about. Oh, and this is my favorite thing that people do is people go, "I was gonna get that pop, but it took it 12 months to sell out, and now that it's sold out, could you send me your extra?" What?
Mm-hmm.
Hold up, what? No, no. Or now that it's worth $200, I need you to sell it to me for 15.
Hey, you can still pre-order the Make-A-Wish Spider-Man on Entertainment Earth right now.
Yeah, I mean, so the Make-A-Wish pops are a good bet on your pre-orders. The Homer into the meme is a good bet on your pre-orders right now. Coming up here soon, and I was thinking about I was playing with the idea, and if we talked about it or not, is going to be the ASPCA. You see, I had to really focus on that one. The
On Twitter.
ASPCA pops that are coming out,
Mm-hmm.
those are going to be a solid bet on getting that pre-order. I got that Gandalf. Oh, you did the right thing, James.
Well,
Get
another important one is I don't know if you saw that Avengers Loki with the glow in the dark spire.
oh yeah, anything
Anything
Loki.
Loki is that's hot right
Yeah,
there.
everything Loki is a solid buy. What do you think about these things, chat? What do y'all think about these eight?
Being a Stranger Things fan, I mean, I'm 50-50. To me, they look funny. I like the fact that they went old school with 11 on this, where this was the season one ish version of 11. And I think all these are actually season one ish versions
Yes.
of these characters, but they look funny as shit. And I don't like Minecraft, and I'm not huge on the whole 8-bit thing, but I'm 50-50. I almost want them, but I don't at the same time.
So this is what I'm going to say about those 8 bits. If you're buying the 8-bit for a resale down the road, for some reason they're a solid buy. I hate them. I think that they remind me too much of Mario 1 when
Yeah.
and then as soon as Mario 2 come out, I was excited that it was in 2D versus like 8-bit. I mean, so I'm not a fan of them, but this is what I'm going to say is that I walked past some of the 8 bits in the Marvel verse that now I look at that are worth hundreds of dollars, and I'm like, what happened? How did this even happen? Because I seen them sitting at FYE for 2 months, and just it's so if you're buying them to resale down the road, they're great. If you're just gonna get it because you enjoy it, that's great too. But I don't like them, guys. Don't forget to put that hashtag WayneTech in. I'm gonna be giving this guy away here and probably the next.
James, to answer one of your questions, you do what you want to do. You do you, my friend. As far as Big Apple Collectibles goes, I have a video up that I've already said I will never purchase from Big Apple Collectibles ever again. But my perspective was on mystery boxes. I will never, ever, ever purchase a mystery box from Big Apple Collectible again. You can go find that video somewhere in the archives. I know Wayne's ordered stuff that just doesn't work out. my personal perspective, I will never purchase from them
So
ever again.
I was gonna answer that one. So that this check this out. All I'm gonna say is I've had a pre-order with Big Apple Collectibles for my Stanley sodas and like 4 or 5 other sodas that all came out at the same time. I had pre-ordered through Big Apple Collectibles over a year ago, and I still have not received them. I have sent them email after email
Yeah, their
after
customer
email
service is
after
horrible.
email about just refunding my money because I'm never going to see them because the sodas had been done,
Yep.
right? And they do not reply to me at all. Zero.
Mm-mm.
I would not put my money with Big unless you just don't like it. Unless you just woke up one day and said, "Bye, money. I'm gonna
Yeah.
send you off to be by yourself." I mean, if that's what you want to do with it, go for it. Other than that, I wouldn't buy a 25 stick of bubble gum from Big Apple Collectibles. But don't
Never,
forget to
never.
put that hashtag in there, WayneTech guys. I'm
Put the
gonna be giving
hashtag
this
in.
guy.
You don't have to go anywhere. Just put the hashtag right here in the live chat. We will pick off the StreamYard
Yes,
picker.
we're gonna be giving this guy away to one of y'all. Let's say the next 15 minutes because I'm not gonna make you wait in here forever in case you got things that you want to do. Just in the next 15 minutes, make sure you put in that hashtag WayneTech and we'll give this guy away to one of you really awesome members out there. Man, you're gonna have a lot of people over there with the Big Apple right now because it just
The
I'm
only
not
places
into 'em.
that I will pre-order from, personally myself, is Entertainment Earth. Fantastic, never had a problem. Yes, it does take a while, but sometimes I actually will go after the items that I know are coming a long time from now. So that way, again, it's maybe something I don't have to worry about. Try to space that out a little bit, and sometimes they come early and it kind of screws you. But Entertainment Earth, pop in the box, I will do. I do stand by pop in the box, and for me, Amazon. I don't have a problem with my Amazon guy, and he doesn't show my boxes. But 3 places I would never order from, at least shipping wise: Big Apple Collectibles, Walmart, or Target.
So currently there's only one place that I pre-order stuff from and that's Entertainment Earth. It's I won't pre-order from Target ever again. They kind of burned me this last time for the last time. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that have very positive things to say about Big Apple Collectibles. I have not had a positive experience with them, and they could have fixed it 100 emails ago. I say 100, at least 5. They could have fixed it 5 emails ago and said, "We're truly sorry. We see that your order is right here. Here's your money back." But they refuse to reply to my email, which tells me that they know that they're just not giving it back to me. So I can't justify that at all. At all.
Exactly. This is a Walmart standard. They will ship
Oh
your
yeah.
pop in
Yeah.
a bag,
Yeah. You don't
which
order from
means you will
Walmart either.
never get that thing in good shape.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a mistake too. You never order from Walmart.
Unless you're
Ever.
okay with out of box collecting.
Right.
Yeah, don't ever
Yeah,
order from.
yeah, I mean for sure. Unless you're just not into like the box. Unless you've just decided one day you're like, I'm an out of the box collector from now on. I'm not collecting in the box. I mean, I guess that's your sign. I wanna hit a little bit. I mean, because I see that we got a pretty active chat over there, and I want to talk a little bit about something Target's been doing here lately. So Target here lately has kind of just been recycling the previous pops. So
Yeah,
they
putting them into bunches, which
and
doesn't
putting them into bundles. What do you think about this? What do y'all think about this?
I'm 50-50. I mean, if it's, maybe, I would be really like when they did it to the black light ones, the original 5 black light pops, that I had all 5 of them. And I kind of was annoyed because I'm like, well, I went and bought all these individually, and now you're going to go sell a 4-pack for less than the price that I paid for it. Now, if it's a collection maybe like this, when I saw it in the store, maybe I buy it because I don't have any one of these. It really depends on your situation and if you bought some of these or didn't. But of course, these 4-packs always release well after the single ones released, of course. But that's all in the game of consumerism.
All right, so I'm kind of with you on everything that you said. If you missed them when they released them, then they could be really cool. Or maybe because I'm super guilty of buying 2 of them, one to take out of the box, one to keep in the box. So maybe if you're just wanting to maybe grab these at a discount because they do sell them a little cheaper, it's normally like buy one pop right? So instead of being what would you
Whoa.
$60 there, they're normally $50 or they're $40, right? I mean, so they normally save you a little bit of money. Fabian, how you doing?
We
So
haven't seen Fabian in a long time.
they normally save you just a little bit of money buying them that way. While we're talking about this, though, I'm gonna get Mr. Al Soda opened up and see if I can grab me a Chase. I've been on a Chase roll here lately, and I'm gonna see if I can get one.
But I do kind of agree with Laz. I do prefer singles because I think the boxes, having a single box on your shelf compared to a 4-pack box, I don't know. I think it looks better, to be honest with you.
You know, I tend to agree with y'all. It's if you were gonna take these out of the box, though, I think that's the way to do it. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
gonna take them out of the box, hands down, that is the way to do it. You buy
Maybe
these
you
guys.
bought all the singles. You want
Yeah.
to keep them in boxes, but now you want an add a box collection of those. Maybe this is a way to go with that. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's something that you're going to take out of the box, take out of the box. I seen a comment though, and I don't want to like roll past this comment because I seen this comment and I wanted to like talk about this for a minute. Where's it at? Here it is. I know that's not even funny.
And I know this is coming from Nick of all people. So I was just gonna let that one roll right on past.
I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna let that one roll by.
I mean, y'all know I you know me. I'm an open book, guys. Except for certain things I like to keep private in my life. I'm an open book. I have never been one to shy away from that. I hate DC. I am not a fan of DC. And so it's just short subject.
Somebody had said something about what's wrong with ordering from who did they say, Walmart or somebody? What's wrong with ordering from them? They put them in fabric bags. I mean, so then I seen somebody else commented, what about Hot Topic and Box
I
Lunch?
will only go to Hot Topic or
all right.
Box
So
Lunch. Oh, actually, no, I have ordered a pop from Box Lunch. Fantastic. Actually,
Yeah.
customer service is great.
I love going to them. I've never pre-ordered anything. I do remember for a long time, Hot Topic was notorious about putting pops in bags. Do you remember that? Because there was like a lot of like they put the pop in bag scenario going on there. So there was a lot of that going on. I don't even know what this Chase variant's supposed to look like. So I'm kind of I'm gonna rely that maybe y'all know what he looks like if I can get him.
Probably has one stupid change in it, just like all the other damn Chases in the soda line.
So I'm gonna just hope that y'all know what he's supposed to look like, or maybe his popsicle is supposed to be eaten or something. If he'll come out of this bag, they must have like glued it to the bag. Let's see. Is he a Chase? Is he a Chase? I don't.
How many licks does it take to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
I don't think he's a Chase. I think he's the
I
common.
have no idea. I think that looks like a common.
But the Pog is
last that she thinks it's flocked.
Let's see, it is the common. Anytime you get the white ones, they are the common. So he's 1 in 8,000, 8,400. So that means that they put out another 2,600 chases. I don't know that I believe that, but if they say so, this is a really cool one though. So I guess my chase streak just like stopped there, guys. If you haven't already like entered to win this guy, just put in hashtag WayneTech over there in the comments so that you could get entered to win this one. Hashtag WayneTech.
I don't have. I actually had stages. I don't go to my GameStop often because I always find something I don't have inside there as far as Funko wise. So it's very dangerous for me to go to GameStop for the most part. So I do get lucky at GameStop a lot of times. I just hate their sticker. I think it's still one of the worst stickers on the planet.
It's hands like hands.
He said, James did say so no on the Marvel 4-pack with Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Doctor Strange. No, again, if that's something you don't have them and that you want them,
yeah, I would have bought
them.
I would have bought them, and that's kind of what I was going to say about these. Is if you already own the pop, right? I mean, if I already have the pops and I already have them in boxes like my black lights, and they come out with the 5-pack, I would have bought the 5-pack to have them out of the box, right? And I would have taken them out of the box faster than you could say don't do it. I can't see these as being like in the box collections. I mean, I guess for some people, maybe that's what they would be, but I don't see it because, for example, let's say you're going to resell this, and let's say that Vader over there is worth $100. The rest of them are worth let's say $10 a piece. So now you've got $130 in your box, but people aren't trying to buy that for the other 3 that are in the box. They're only after Vader. So they're only going to give you the $100 for the Vader. Then you're going to spend all of that money on shipping, shipping all of them versus 3 of them. You lost $30 on those 3. I don't really like that idea unless you're taking them out of the box. I mean, if you're taking them out of the box, I think it's a great idea. I think it's hands down great.
I definitely think the 4-packs are good for out of box.
Yeah, I mean that's how I see those. Is they are definitely like the out of the box. What do you just around the corner, and we'll talk about this one for a second, but I'm not going to trigger you too much. Come this in 2 days from now on, what is the date? The 3rd, 4th, 5th. So it's Thursday. They are dropping the new NFT.
Yeah, because remember it's the day before Doctor Strange releases.
Yes, so they are dropping the new NFTs coming up here in just a couple of days. If y'all haven't this is not it. If y'all haven't had a chance to check them out, y'all know that they're coming out. Let's see if I can find them.
Hey, and if you win tonight's giveaway, I promise you there will be no one calling you bad names like I got called in the chat for giving away my giveaway.
That's kind of crazy. Here, let me. That is kind of crazy, to be completely honest with you. But man, you know how people are. It's really wild that people get super upset about nonsense when
I think I was more surprised. I don't take offense to that. I mean, you kind of got to hit me with something good for me to even, be offended by something like that. But, it just kind of took me by surprise. I was like, dude, I'm giving this away to somebody else. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, you were seriously going after it. So, on the 5th, they're going to be dropping the DC NFTs, and whether you like them or not, they're not going anywhere. They are here to stay. Now, I'm not a huge fan of them. I'm not
dead zones into them.
I'm not going to advocate for them. I mean, if you're into them, you're into them. I'm still going to hold my ground and say that it's a lottery system. And if you get into it knowing it's a lottery system, then great for you. If it's anything else, then it is what it is. But these are pretty cool. I like the fact that they got the DC. If I remember on the 5th, I might go buy a pack or 2 and play the lottery and see what happens. Take my scratch off and go for it.
Yes, that's correct, Ed Zone. I also hate NFTs.
Who is TB? He keeps saying TB. Who's TB? Techbot. That's it.
He's probably the only one I think, and he's the only one that I know that has ever called me TB.
TB it is. From TB from here on out. TB. So guys,
see, in my world, I've always seen TB as Tom Brady. So I don't always associate the two.
I see that we got some new people in the house. Looking at in the next 5 minutes, we're going to roll the dice to give this guy away. So make sure you put in the hashtag WayneTech right down over there in the comments somewhere.
In this chat.
Yes, you're not going to have to go anywhere else. We're not going to send you to Instagram to subscribe and do a rain dance and then go to somebody else's. None of that's happening today. Just put in the comments hashtag WayneTech.
Yeah.
Here in the next 7 minutes, I'm going to give this guy away.
Thursday is Cinco de Drinko.
Cinco de Drinko. So regardless of what you think about the NFTs, they're here to stay. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. These are some pretty cool ones. If you're into them, they're going to be dropping. There is some tricks to these. You can be in there early, so you can get in the waiting list. I think it's a few hours early,
and this thing's doubly bad for me because it's NFTs, which I hate, and it's DC, so it's a double whammy for me.
You can, however, get into the waiting list like an hour early or 2 hours early. I know that you can get there early. So if you're wanting them, you should probably get there early. The only couple of times that I've ever gotten NFTs, Popeye and one of the originals, I got there early because if you don't, they sell out and you won't get them. And then you'll have to go buy cryptocurrency to buy them, which is just dumb to me. So I don't get into any of that.
Cryptocurrency to buy this crap that you can't actually. So you got to use money that you can't actually hold to buy something that you can't actually hold.
So if you get them on the secondary market, right? So all of these little secondary marketplaces that you can buy these, that people are selling them, you have to buy their cryptocurrency in order to buy the NFT. They won't just let you come in there and spend your card to do it. They make you buy their currency, which is just a form of digital cryptocurrency, right? Let's just be honest. Cryptocurrency is just digital. People want to make this. Look, I've been into cryptocurrency for a really long time, and the conversation some people have about it is kind of it's not very smart. Let's put it that way. They repeat what someone else told them because that's how they believe it works, and that's not necessarily how it works. The blockchain is a very like well thought out, sophisticated way of doing things, and eventually Visa and all of these other companies will fall into line with the cryptocurrency. But that's a conversation for TB though. Dead Zone has me from now on. TB, what's up, TB? I got it from this point forward. TB. I like this one. So TB, I've got some other
because
things to
for the
bring up.
longest time, I think, because of course I still reference myself as Mr. Techbot, but of course most people, they drop the Mr. and it's just Techbot, and like I said, I think Dead Zone's been doing that for a little while, but I think he's the only one that's been doing it.
So TB, as we're waiting, as we're rolling this clock to let make sure everybody who's in it, who wants to be in it, and then those who aren't will drop out. I want to talk about the amount of people that work for Funko that are selling their stock. And
And they know something we don't know.
is this concerning versus is it not? Now, the first one, what is his name? Mariotti. So that Mariotti coming up probably beginning of this year, very shortly into the year, sold god awful amounts of stock in Funko. I mean, he sold god awful amounts. It was a large amount of his stock that he sold. Now, a lot of people, I don't know if you paid attention to that, but a lot of people just kind of roll past that, right? But there was also some other scandals that's going on in the background, like the shareholders are suing Mariotti and Becker for saying they were double dipping into the funds by not allowing some places to ship them. I don't know. None of us really know, unless you're like in the whole like shareholders group. None of us really know what's going on with that. But
I wouldn't doubt there was in double dipping.
But there has been two other people here in the last month or so that have also decided that they no longer need to own Funko stocks. Now, there was a time, now I want everybody to listen to this. There was a time where you called this insider trading. Right? Remember, I don't know if you remember this, but Martha Stewart got in trouble for this not too long ago for selling stock because she knew that something was about to happen before
She went to jail for it.
She went to jail for this, right? So their chief executive financial officer, I'm trying to remember exactly what you call these. Their chief financial officer sold 12,000 stock.
Yeah, that's disturbing right there.
About a month ago. I mean, this is a pretty like high ranking person in Funko. And then Jennifer Falls just sold 1,800 of her stock, which is one of the top CEOs at Funko, just in case you didn't know. so that Jennifer just sold like 1,800. They both sold them, in my opinion, when Funko was at a down, right? So Funko's only at $17 a stock at this moment. At one point, they were up to like 24, maybe 25. It was pretty high. That was somewhere around the time that Mariotti sold his stock. It was over 20s. They sold theirs, what I believe to be on a down cycle. Meanwhile, everybody is telling you to buy them. And remember, I said this probably a few months ago. It kind of is slightly disturbing to me when everyone is telling you to buy. I mean, when everyone is repeating, you need to buy, you need to buy, you need to buy.
Here's what's disturbing about that. If you have your chief financial officer selling that, I mean, the job of your chief financial officer is to help grow and keep an eye on that stock from it going up, from getting the investments for the stockholders. When he's selling the stuff off, that is a little shady. And to me, I think the Stock and Exchange Commission should definitely be looking into that.
So yeah, I mean, what's your opinion on that? Do you think Funko is in trouble? Because look, I've voiced my opinion sometime back, and I said that something's a little strange with what's going on.
I could see them. I mean, to be honest with you, I think I see it going one of two ways. Either they're selling, of course, they obviously know something we don't. I mean, that's a fact. They're selling off that much stock to get into things. To be honest with you, I think there's a buyout coming. That's where I think the direction of this is going. I think some other bigger company is going to be talking about buying out Funko overall and making it a subcategory. But I've seen that from other companies in the past. where they will have a tendency to start dropping stock, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, there's a buyout.
I mean, so do we see like Funko getting bought by somebody in the future? I mean, something clearly is flawed with the Kool-Aid. I mean, let's just be honest. Let's hit that wheel real quick though. That was my serious conversation for the night. We're not going to have any more of them, I promise you. Now we're going to give this really awesome guy away.
To answer this quick question, ID, yes, I have had one of those. I've had one of those in the Canada Pavilion, in fact, over in Epcot.
Had some chocolate. That's what I'm talking about, guys. I love chocolate. Y'all want to send me
chocolate hazelnut?
Y'all want to send me anything sweet? My PO box is right down in the description below. Y'all send it away.
We do have our 10 entries total.
10 entries.
Anybody else getting in? You got about 30 seconds to get
30 seconds. You want to hit that hashtag WayneTech real quick.
Put this hashtag in this chat right here. It doesn't matter how many you put because it is only going to give you one. Fabian's
trying to stack the deck. I see you, Fabian.
It's all right. It'll only
stack
give
away,
you
Fabian.
one entry. But if you want to get in, you got about 30 seconds more. And we are going to draw this for this Funko Pop.
Stack away, Fabian. Stack away.
Oh, we got 2 more in there.
There you go. 2 more of them hit the lineup.
All right, let's go for it.
Let's roll him and let's send him to his new home. I like sending them to the new home. Who do we got?
Baby Ice.
Baby Ice, congratulations. Truly,
Baby Ice still in here?
Baby Ice, are you still in the chat? How about let us know if you're still here real quick? That is my only condition, is that you have to stick around to claim your prize. Let's see, Baby Ice will hit us up in a second. But that was my serious conversation for the day. I see that, and it's continuing to happen, and it becomes more and more alarming to me that it is happening. Congratulations, Baby Ice, for sure. For sure, congratulations. It's more and more concerning to me that we're seeing this happen.
Oh, she's in alive right now.
What do you mean?
That's what somebody just said that. DC Pops just said that. Apparently she's in alive right now.
Well, chat, what do you think? Do we still send it to Baby Ice? I'll let y'all decide. Y'all decide over there, and I'll let y'all decide if we roll it again. Y'all decide over there, because I'm not gonna hate on her for being in alive. Y'all decide. There you go. Yeah, let's see. Let's get a few more, and then we'll take we will take the. Oh, Josh says Spence. That's 2 and 2. What you got? Give it to her. They got you. The majority says it goes to her, so we're gonna send it to Baby Ice, guys. If maybe I'll try and hit her.
Anybody has her Instagram message? Yeah, anything? Give her a heads up.
Yeah, give her a heads up. Shoot her an Instagram or something. He says, no, give it to me. Yeah, all right. We'll let her have it. If any of y'all know her Instagram, or if y'all have been over there to the live, tell her to hit me up on Instagram, and I'll get her address and get that sent to her. Something's definitely going on with Funko. I mean, we know that they were going after those 2 very early on. The rules are the rules. Yeah, no, I agree with you. But if she's on alive, I kind of there's this strange side to me that says if you had to leave alive to go to do some work, I would feel bad about not. I would feel bad.
Well, we've always kept the rules kind of loose when it comes.
Yeah, they've always kind of been a little loose.
We kind of make it up as we go. Sometimes.
That's why I let y'all decide. That's why I let y'all decide. I didn't want to be the deciding factor in that one. So there is some other cool stuff going on other than the fact that everybody is selling out their stock. I'm not going to look too far into that though, because you could look super deep into that if you wasn't careful. I mean, you could get all kind of like crazy into it. She's a guest. She's a guest somewhere. I'm gonna send it to her.
And she's been in the chat many times, so we'll
I'm gonna send it to her. Credit. So did you know? And I know that Funko has books. Have you seen any of the Funko books?
No.
So my friend Justin and Jacob, they love giving me a hard time. So not too long ago, They
Oh, I
got
do
me.
remember that.
Yeah, so they got me one of the Funko books, right? Funko teamed up with little golden books, and they make these little like cutesy books. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, this book right here makes no sense. Like the whole book from beginning to end. I threatened to get on here and just make a video with me reading it one day, even though I'm super illiterate. Me reading it was just going to be comical. I'd have probably had to take 50 takes to make it happen, to be honest. Maybe not so much with this one, but but
Great. So it's exactly like their board games. It makes
yeah,
absolutely no sense.
it makes no sense. And when I say it's gonna be tough, I'm not real good at reading scripts. If you want me to get on here and like ad lib things and run with it, I'm kind of cool with it. Just not real cool at like doing scripts. So this thing doesn't make a lot of sense. They have recently released that they're going to be coming out with another book, but this one is supposed to help your child learn how to count. I'm going to warn you that
Usually the office.
it's probably not going to help your child count. It's probably gonna it's probably gonna do the exact opposite. It's probably gonna be like core math or something.
Does Michael say within the book that that's what she says?
I can't believe out of all the children's books you chose to make, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you came out with The Office Space as and this book says that it's recommended, and I'm gonna flip on there real quick so that I can scroll through here. It says that it's recommended from kids stages 2 to 5.
Wow.
It's gonna teach you how to count to 10. And I can't imagine that you ever wanted to get your child The Office Space
Later, Josh.
book. Josh, have a good night, brother. We appreciate you coming to hang out with us. Truly, true appreciate it. Get back to work. Don't get in trouble on our behalf, but we appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. To advise for Wayne. I don't understand. What did I miss?
He said the book.
Oh, yes. If you need a book for your kids, this is definitely one you should probably stay away from. What do you think, Chris? Are you getting your kids the
No,
why not?
no. I don't need characters from The Office, nonetheless, to be teaching my kids how to count. Plus, my kids would not even get it either. I mean, this is an adult show, and I would be surprised how many kids actually know of The Office. Simon, thank you very much, buddy.
Truly, truly appreciate you. I gotta hit this because I haven't been able to hit it all day.
Damn!
Let's hit it again just for fun.
Damn!
Truly appreciate you, brother. I gotta get over to the chat real quick. I seen that somebody had said something over there. Nick says recent line of books going to be.
Believe you have my diaper.
I can't believe that when they decided children's books, they decided that The Office Space was the way to go in the line of children's books. But that is the direction that they went.
I be honest with you, I don't know why these are even made in the first place. Just like stupid, coin slot machine. Not even I can't even get the word to myself. Cereal box prize watches selling for $25. Nonstop hawking T-shirt merchandise. I mean, stick to what you're good at. Start making some good Funko Pops first of all. And stop trying to make things you should be making like children's books.
What do you mean? You're trying to say you're trying to say that they shouldn't be making children's books?
No, nowhere in the world. I can't believe the little golden book even published this thing. What's wrong with that to begin with?
Well, my only thoughts is they must have had such a good turnout on this one.
No, I think Funko just actually they pay. It's one of those situations where they paid money to put this book out.
You think that's what happened?
I don't get it. I understand sketching out and doing different things, but this just makes absolutely no sense at all. I mean, this is as confusing as it would be if there was an actual halfway decent DC movie in all of the world. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, but I like this comment right here. Funko, let's make a kids book. Also, Funko, let's put an adult show on the cover.
Thank you.
And I think that that's the part about this that killed me the most is I thought, well, I understand them wanting to get into the books like this one, right? I mean, I get that they're trying to like break through into another market. Any market will do. Just any of them that pays cash will be okay. So I kind of get what they were doing, but then I thought, well, why the Office Space out of all things?
Of
All the
all
things.
licenses you have, you could have used Ninja Turtles. You could have used I mean, out of all the licenses out there, you picked The Office.
Just stay away. Don't let your kids near Funko books.
Oh,
Anyways, I this is going to be a fail to me, but I don't know. Look, if you get a chance to like maybe find this one online, or maybe one day I'll post it on YouTube. I'm thinking that this is probably something I should do, and maybe I'm just stupid and I don't understand that it doesn't make any sense. But this thing just it doesn't make any sense to me.
that
Each
makes
one of them,
zero sense.
every page is kind of a different story. Like, you know, we have Phantom of the Opera right here. It doesn't say a whole lot. It's just a couple of words on each page, not a whole lot to it. But then you flip to like the very next page, and it's a completely different character with some completely different like little storyline. But then somewhere toward the end, they all come together, and it
Really,
doesn't.
they had to make the creature from the Blue Lagoon actually a happy creature. What in the hell
It
are
doesn't
we
make any
looking
sense.
at here?
The book doesn't make any sense, and I threatened that I was going to get on and read it one day, but one day I'm going to get on and read it. I think that this year I'm going to do like I think this year for Christmas I'm going to do like the night before Christmas reading and all of that good stuff, and I'm gonna do my own version of that. So it'll be a lot of fun. Let me get this guy pulled off of there real quick though.
That's so sad.
I think that we've seen that one enough, right? So
That is sad by all means. I can't. Wow, mine is blown right now.
come on, you know that you like that one, but here I got something for you that you're gonna like. Check this out. The next Marvel Core mystery box is going to be a Doctor Strange mystery box.
In fact, I even still have this sitting on my desk.
I knew that you were gonna like that one a little bit. So the next one's gonna be a Doctor Strange. Do you have this one on the way?
Of course, of course.
What do you think?
I think in the past 2 years, I think there's only been one or two that I missed, and that's because I had issues with my credit card changed things, and I forgot to change it in time. But yeah, that was the only thing I think I've ever, and I don't think it was even a great one to be honest with you. But the last one was fantastic. Still love the red Wanda. As you know, most Wanda Maximoff, I love the pop. So that's going to be fantastic. I did try to get because I do have sometime between now and Saturday night. I just look for a thumbnail. I will be doing a member giveaway. Now, again, this will be a public member giveaway, but I was trying the other day to find one of those Wanda mouse ears. But they're so hot right now. They've sold out pretty much everywhere out here in Disney, even online.
You were gonna get some Wanda. Did you get me some Wanda mouse ears?
I can't find any.
What?
I can't even find any to give away to anybody. They're sold out.
Sold out at what do you mean? They don't bring them into the stores? I'm confused.
No, they've already brought them to the stores and they sold out.
Oh, really? Well, that's horrible. That's horrible.
You can't even buy them on Shop Disney. It's already sold out on there as well. It's crazy.
Well, I no longer need Mickey ears. Mickey ears suck. Just kidding. Anyways, I thought that you'd like this box. I thought this is one of them you get into. I didn't know that you, however, already knew that it was coming out, but it is going to come out. They've come out with some really awesome like anime stuff here recently, but I'm currently not going through the Funko site, so I'm kind of a little nervous. Maybe I'm just going to go to Funko. I'm a little nervous because they like dinging people here lately of taking videos down because it might pertain something that they're not 100% liking
Screw
at this
Funko. We'll
moment.
call them out on selling out their stock and insider trading.
Well, I mean, there's definitely something different going on there. So this one is Sugar Mama. I don't know if you know anything
The
about
Proud Family. I think I maybe have seen it a couple times with kids, but that's about it.
what is the Pride Family?
It's just a cartoon show,
What do you mean?
or the Proud Family, actually. Just a cartoon show. I don't know what is based upon anything or whatnot, but I mean, it's a comedic little cartoon show.
I don't is I don't know. Is this a grandma? What I mean,
Yeah,
what am I looking
it's a
at there?
grandma.
Oh, well, it's super strange.
Of course, Doctor Strange. That chase of Doctor Strange is hot. Of course, that's evil. Evil Doctor Strange.
No, we know that Doctor Strange is going to be hot, and Doctor Strange comes out what at the end of this week, Friday. So
Friday,
all of this
Friday.
stuff. If you don't already have your Doctor Strange stuff ordered, you probably look just take memory, right? And me, Chris, JB, we were all live season 1 or season 2 of Mandalorian. I want to say that it was season 1. We were doing the Mandalorian review. They announced Book of Boba. It might have been season 2. I can't remember. They announced Book of Boba, and I think every one of us at the time said that it's time to get your Boba Fett stuff. If you don't have your Boba Fett stuff, it's time to get it. And everybody kind of slept on all of the Boba Fett stuff until now. The 10-inch Boba Fett's like over $100, and just about everything Boba Fett blew up. And we knew that was going to happen. It happened with Loki. It happened with Wanda. It happened with every one of them. If you're going to pre-order them, go ahead and do it now. Because when it comes out, they're going to sell out, and you're going to be stuck trying to get it off the secondary market. Don't let yourself get stuck picking it up off the secondary market.
And
Nobody.
you're definitely gonna be seeing people do the chase roulettes with that.
Yeah, I thought about doing the chase roulette with it, but I just decided not to. I think that it's a solid one to do a chase roulette with. I mean,
Yeah.
I truly believe that this is a solid one to do it with. Dr. Nick says Doctor Strange box. I knew there was a lot of people that were going to like that box, but I
Yeah,
knew
it's
that
gonna be a good one.
TB I knew that TB here was going to be first in line. I love the fact that the Doctor Strange is bringing Wanda back into it. I have a fear in them bringing Wanda in though. So I feel like and this is a good conversation to have with you. I feel like the first time they brought Wanda in, they didn't represent her properly. Right? So
When they brought her in Age of Ultron,
yes.
I mean, it was a good story in which she came in with her brother, stuff like that. It wasn't a horrible story, but I mean, she was part of Hydra at the time, and she came in, and it was kind of, there was parts of that was comic book. There was parts of that was created by MCU. So I mean, it's hard to tell. I kind of like how they brought her in, but if they're going to go by the comic book in this area, you're not going to like where the direction's going, especially if you're like me and you're a Wanda fan. Especially if they go into the route that I think they're going to go. She goes batshit crazy. And
I have this fear that they're gonna bring her in again, and they're going to. They took one that Marvel has
she's
a
gonna be,
great way of making you like the villains, right? They make you they bring the villains in, and they kind of make you sympathize with the villains, and they have kind of made us forget that Wanda is a villain.
eventually,
I
yes, she
I
does.
really like Wanda, but she's a villain at
She's
the end of the
powerful.
day. I mean, she is,
Powerful.
and I think that they're going to bring her into here, and they're going to kind of try and give us an illusion that Doctor Strange is stronger than she is, and he's
Mm,
not.
Now, my theory is by the end of this, you're going to see. Now, you may not see the guy I still think we're going to eventually see, but I think you're going to have some sort of, whether it's at the very end or whether it's even a credit scene. You're going to hear something with Billy and Tommy in this, and this is going to push her into the next direction. I think this is she's going to start out to be an ally in this, and eventually turn to be villainous type thing. But of course, you got to remember, Wanda only cares about one thing in her life because, of course, she lost the love of her life of Vision. She right now only cares about those kids and wants those kids back.
Well, my fear is that they're going to bring her in on this one, and they're not going to represent her right, and they're, I don't know. I think about the first time they brought her in, and I think that that's what's going to happen here because they don't want her to steal the spotlight, right? I mean, this movie's called Doctor Strange; it's not called Wanda,
Yeah,
right? I mean, I just feel like they're not going to bring her in properly, and it's just going to be bad, and I'm not super into it because of that. Now, I'm probably wrong. I am probably wrong on every level of it, but that's the way I see it. And I'm probably going to wait until some channels review it
yeah.
before I watch it so that I know if it's something that I truly want to watch or not. But it's going to be good nonetheless. Nonetheless, this is going to be a good one.
Now to go on Nick's comment, um, it's not to say I don't think Age of Ultron was one of the best Avengers. It wasn't, but and do I think that they kind of put Wanda in there just and Quicksilver as there was still somewhat of an important role within the movie. Would I have liked to see a battle with Ultron? Move over 2 or 3 movies? Yes. Ultron was a pain in the ass, and he was necessary. And but yeah, I think I would have liked to send more on that series than they actually gave. But I'm not hating in which way they brought it in. Because you got to remember, I mean, Wanda is probably one of the few characters now that really doesn't have a backstory. Has never really. I mean, you got it throughout watching movies, and now you got it even more from watching WandaVision and understood a little bit more of her backstory. But she didn't really have a lot of backstory other than the fact that when Hydra found her, she was fighting. She was basically fighting against like a protester against the Avengers and stuff like that.
Right, and they never told you that Magneto's her stepdad. I mean, they've still kept that from you.
Rumored at this point.
It's not
We
rumored.
we
It's in
don't
the
know if
comic
that's the
book.
way MCU is going to take it.
What do you mean? It's in the comic books. It's not.
It is in the comic books, but MCU has a tendency to they take parts from the comic books and bring it out. Now, the rumored is, of course, it's supposed to be a big announcement very soon. But I think the biggest announcement is coming at D23 this September, with of course the Phase 5 lineup of movies, which it's rumored to be four of them are going to be at least X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Deadpool 3 are going to be rumored to be in that. But I don't think we'll get the official list until September at D23. But like I said, a lot of it's loose. I mean, look at Infinity Wars. Infinity Wars in the comic books never happened the way the MCU showed it. Had they adapted, had they not screwed up the James Gunn situation with Guardians 3, they probably could have played it differently with getting Adam Warlock built up into that, because eventually what ends up happening is Nebula is the one that gets the gauntlet off of Thanos, and they give the gauntlet to Adam Warlock to kind of balance the universe essentially.
All right. Let's slide by that one because now you're getting too far for me. I don't really know what Zach meant by Funko items really catering to kids on this stream. Zach, everything here is rated 18 up. 18 up. I make sure that I don't do that. Now Funko might have done that, but I don't do that. They've recently got into the picture of the day. They do that every once in a while. If you want to get on there and
we're
help
blacklisted, they won't put us on there.
If you want to get on there and help Funko take pictures of their pops and then they'll post them and give you a little credit. Look, it's super fun if it's something you get into. Honestly, one of the main reasons I started collecting Funko was because I like taking pictures of them. It had nothing to do with any rarity or the fact that maybe they were worth something. It was really about which ones would look super cool in a photo. I mean, so if that's something you get into, I'm not going to tell you not to, because you should probably do it just for fun. I can't get behind like the schedule. I mean, so they want you to take one on the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th. I mean, so that's a entire week that they want you to take pictures.
I mean, if you're an Instagrammer and you're into that stuff, I mean that's all good. So
yeah, I mean, if that's something that you're super into, I mean, go for it. Mama says Funko is the devil.
I like that one. I like that one.
He said, my mama said, oh man, that's a good one. Everything's the devil. Mama said everything was the devil. Oh, that's a great movie. I caught that movie not too long ago on cable, and you don't normally catch like movies on cable, and I laughed and laughed and laughed again. Mama said, poor Kate, Colonel Sanders was the devil. Everybody was the devil. Everybody was the devil. But anyways, Funko does have a lot of stuff that's catered toward kids lately. Funko's going in strange directions that I don't really understand with the books.
Nobody does.
And all of that stuff. But I seen somebody had said something about Moon Knight.
Do I think it's going to be in Doctor Strange? No. I think it's just a coincidence that they're ending and going from there. I do not think Moon Knight. I think this will be because there has been no credit scenes yet in Moon Knight this season. I do expect there to be a credit scene at the end of Moon Knight to kind of bring him into the MCU a little bit more. But no, I don't foresee. I don't foresee us see Moon Knight in Doctor Strange.
I don't know if we're gonna see Moon Knight in Doctor Strange, but I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all watched this last episode that they did, it was one of the most confusing things that I think I've watched.
It was
in a
so
long
good
time.
though.
It was good.
It was so good.
It was good, but it was one of the most confusing things
Well,
for
you
a while there.
understood in the end the reasoning for it, right? How we had to balance the.
I get all of that, but they had me so confused for the first like 15 minutes that I didn't even know what to do for a minute there. I mean,
the hippopotamus.
I told y'all I'm not real smart. I mean, so they had me like they had me out there somewhere for a while. They were getting me pretty good. Last said that this is it's motivation. If it's something you want to get into, I'm not going to tell you not to. I don't do it just because it is such a stringent like schedule, and I don't believe in doing someone's work for them. To me, this is what this seems like to me. Somebody sat down and said, well, how do we get this picture, but we don't pay people to get this picture? Well, we get them to take the picture and they hashtag it, and then we decide which one we like the most and we put it up on our page. That's the side of it for me. And that's probably very sinister for me to look at it that way. That's probably a very sinister way to look at it.
I'm not doing it because once they see our names, we'll never get on it.
Yeah,
anyway,
they'll just take it right back off.
I'm pretty sure.
They'll be like, those guys aren't getting on there. They'll just blacklist us. But anyways, I don't know if Moon Knight will be on anything. I think we're going to see him a lot going forward. We still haven't seen the werewolf that I believe is still going to come in. So that's probably going to come in on the last episode. I still believe that that's how they're going to introduce that one. I don't know. I think Moon Knight, Marvel has done something. And I was talking to somebody here not too long ago. Marvel did something here recently that I think, and there's a lot of comic people that don't really like it, right? So there's two different sides of looking at it. The comic people are like, well, I know what I knew about Wanda, the Scarlet Witch. I knew about Vision. I knew about Loki. I knew about Falcon. I knew about Moon Knight way before in the 80s, before anybody else knew about them. And they were never that popular now. I don't know why they're that popular now. Well, it's because it took a different kind of person to sit back and read comics, right? I mean, not everybody was into them. Not everybody was down to sit down and read comics. So I think that it's great that they are now bringing those characters that you didn't really see, right? I'm tired of getting now. Don't take this the wrong way. I love Hulk. I love Captain America. I love these characters, but I'm just tired of them ramming them down our throats again and again and again. So bringing in these new characters to bring in these different stories, to me, to the forefront of the company, I think is awesome. I think that it's one of the smartest things they could have ever did.
Well, and I like how they're doing it now with using Disney Plus, because you can have a smaller character like a Moon Knight and do a series to explain, his backstory, his origin story, his stuff like that. Instead of doing a whole, hour and a half movie, they can break it down a little bit more, and I think that's really smart.
Well, not even that. WandaVision only had like 12 comic books, maybe 24.
Yeah.
Don't hold me exactly to 12, but it was this very small number of comic books WandaVision had. I mean, it was just, I think it was 24. I think they had 2 separate runs. So they had the first run, the second one, 24 comics. But it was no one outside of the true comic fans like you, JB, JKL, nobody. I didn't even know about WandaVision until it started playing, and we were doing the review, and I went and got every WandaVision book I could so that I could start reading them to start try and get ahead of the story.
Well, and I think it gives to even comic book fans that were read the books back in the day is, I remember WandaVision, the one thing I was hoping, going into it was something that wasn't really even known yet was, I mean, everyone, especially a Vision, everyone eventually knew of the White Vision, and I do remember reading some blogs and stuff like that. People talk about, well, are we going to get a White Vision? Are we not? Is MCU going to skip that? And we got a White Vision. We're still yet to see him return, and I think he is going to return at some point. But I can't wait when he does. But I think small little tidbits and you see things like that. I mean, that's just like Marvel got or MCU got crap when they decided we're going to bring up Guardians of the Galaxy. Because really, if you think about it, Guardians of the Galaxy was a very small comic or a small. I mean, it wasn't as popular.
It wasn't popular. That I didn't watch the movie for years.
And in fact, Groot and Rocket were never. When Rocket first came out, he was in another person's comic. Rocket had his own comic at one point. He wasn't with Groot, and it was until later on that they got together. But I think they made it a popular thing. They made it a mainstream thing. And I think that's a fantastic thing I know that there are big, true comic book people, even a lot crazier than I am, that know these stories even more. But it's okay to bring in more people to the genre, because at this point, we as comic book people can start to educate these people on what the MCU missed. What they could go into. Like I believe when we get into phase 6, I truly believe we're going into Secret Wars, which if you don't know what Secret Wars is, I definitely recommend starting to get some of the books to go into that, because that's a fantastic story. But
not just that, it made people like myself start buying comic books like WandaVision. I went after comics that I would have never read, because really the only thing that I've ever grabbed in my life was Spalding and Deadpool. That was where I was at, and with the occasional Hulk. So it made me go after comic books that I would have otherwise never went after. It also brought in new characters. It almost brings this kid-like reaction when like, for example, Doctor Strange is coming out and everybody's already like, why? I hope we see a Moon Knight in Doctor Strange. It gives this kid-like excitement for something again, where you're like, man, I hope that we see this happen in this one, or I hope we get to see this character that they didn't give us for a long time. They didn't give us these characters. They just kept pushing these characters down our throat. It wasn't giving us these little characters that are now not so little, that are now like pretty big deal. So I am excited for every time they bring out these characters. And
and I'm really, I mean, like I said, I'm into it, because again, you're also bringing a whole new, really what the MCU is helping is it's bringing a whole new generation into the comic book shops. Because there was a time frame there before Marvel was coming out that, I mean, a lot of people didn't go to comic book shops unless they're hardcore. And now you're starting to see more and more people that are recognizing these names, that are recognizing names, and they're going to comics shops and they're going to Comic Cons, and they're partaking in this stuff. Even the comic book shop that I like out here, I see a lot more newer people come into there that go and buy comics, whether it's DC, whether it's Marvel, whether it's old school comics like I like to find. I mean, you got all kinds of different stuff. Nick, as far as I love the original story of Secret Wars. I think at some point in the next 2 phases, we're getting Doctor Doom, of course, with Fantastic Four. So I would like to see that, as well as we are getting the Thunderbolts as well. So I think those are going to be fantastic stories.
Hold on. I've been predicting the Thunderbolts for a long time.
I think you're going to see the Thunderbolts. We already know that they're building up the Young Avengers. We already know that they're building up the Dark Avengers. So there's a lot of buildup, and if you watched, if you have been living under a rock for the past 10 or 12 years, you know Marvel likes to develop these storylines.
I've been calling the Thunderbolts for a while. If you haven't picked up certain members, you should go do it. And I'm not going to tell you to go after the Thunderbolt comics because they went way up in price after they brought out Baron. What's his name?
Baron Zemo.
Baron what?
Zemo.
I was wanting to say that, but I was afraid that I was wrong. Ever since they brought him out, all of the Thunderbolt comics went way up in price. Don't go buy them. Buy the graphic novels. Not only has this been good for the comic community, it's been great for the Funko community. Look at all the Wanda pops, the Vision pops, the Moon Knight pops. It's been great for every community. So I think Marvel's doing great things. What do you have for us in the form of Disney news?
Speaking of let's keep on this whole Marvel thing going on. Of course, as I've talked to you guys before, Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is set to open at Epcot on May 27th. In fact, right now there is a stage being set up right outside the front entrance to Guardians of the Galaxy, right by I can't even get their names in my head, but right behind the starship out there. Of course, this is getting ready for the dedication ceremony, as Disney does big dedication ceremonies. But they have started to release Guardians of the Galaxy, or at least announced. I don't think it's in stores yet. Some of the new merchandise. So there's no prices on these. Of course, this is a side bag, which is pretty cool. It's not classified as a purse. It's more of a I don't even know what they call it. It's a side bag, something like that.
Satchel. It's
satchel friendly. This shirt, I like this shirt. I think this shirt is very creative. I love the Ravager logo on there. I think that's fantastic. And also, here's some new Groot and Rocket toys coming out as
What's
well.
wrong with their eyes?
Oh, I think that you squeeze them and they pop out. Fantastic. I think it's great. And I'm excited because those are just some items, and I know that I wanted to take a picture of it, but the picture I could find was really, really bad. There is also a Star-Lord jacket that is set to release as well, which I might even be on board to try to get that because
Star-Lord jacket would be pretty cool too. Cool.
Also, headway is being made on the Moana. This is the artist's rendering of the Moana walkthrough water exhibit that they're building out at Epcot. Now, it has been recently found that headway is being made. We are now seeing structures of this being built. So it took many, many months and everything for them to take down buildings, piece by piece and get the ground set up and everything. And finally, we are starting to see some things going up, some movement in the right direction for the new Epcot change. Because if you've been out to Epcot at all in the past couple of years, you've known that there's been tons of walls up and a whole lot of changes going on. So it's really nice to see these structures going up. So I can't wait to eventually see this whole Moana setup. If you know me with Disney, you know I love popcorn buckets. They just released a 50th anniversary popcorn Skyliner bucket. This can be found at Epcot. I believe the popcorn bucket is going for $19.99. As well as, I did forget one Marvel item that I did think was cool too. They had actually just released a brand new Marvel Spirit jersey, which I love. This has the logos of the more of the main characters. You can see the logo of Doctor Strange there, Black Panther, Black Widow, Iron Man, Captain Marvel, Captain America. I see an Ant-Man in there. So all kinds. I may be looking for this, but this is retailing for $74.99. Hefty price for the Spirit jersey. But out of all Spirit jerseys, this is probably one of my favorite. For you Star Wars fans out there, as some people have seen the, of course, NBA experience out of Disney Springs didn't even last an entire year, closed down. So it has been now talked that filling in that place is going to be Star Wars Tales from Galaxy's Edge. This is going to be a 3D experience that they're putting together. And these, instead of it being like the Void type situation where they have the full packs and stuff like that, this is based upon, I think it used to be called Oculus, but now it's called Meta something or other. I can't remember the actual name of it, but it's basically based around that type of technology as you see here on the table. So definitely expect that. Of course, Disney is going to continue to wring everything they can out of Star Wars. So not only can you find Star Wars at Disney Springs, Hollywood Studios, and just about everywhere else. Now you can go. You don't have to go to a park to go to some Star Wars. You can go to Disney Springs. And then lastly, of course, we got Star Wars May the 4th be with you coming up. In fact, tomorrow. So happy May. I'm going to tell you happy May the 4th. This is an item that is going to be sold out at Hollywood Studios. I think they do this about every year. It is a churro lightsaber, 2 different colored churros. Of course, the box that it sits in looks like a lightsaber. A lot of fun. They're great. They're fun. I don't know if they're flavored. I've never actually had one personally myself, but definitely take some time, enjoy Star Wars. May the 4th be with you, and that's tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have a lot of really cool pops that drop tomorrow on May the 4th. I totally forgot that tomorrow was May the 4th, and my lack of planning this week. What do you have going on this week that you want to talk about?
This week, man, it's going to be a short week for me. I do plan on going out to Springs on Thursday to get some final things for the giveaway this weekend. So again, if you want to get part of the giveaway, the giveaway will be live to the public. However, only people that are Donut Life members get to be entered into the giveaway. So if you want to be entered into some of these great Disney product giveaway items, definitely go ahead and hit up the Donut Life membership.
There should be a link to that right down in the description below. If there's not a link, go to one of TV's TVs. Go to one of TVs. Sounds like I'm saying an STD. Go to TV. Go to Chris's videos. There should be a link right down in the description below if it's not down in this one. So make sure you go check that out.
So I may or may not film at Disney Springs. I haven't really decided yet. Although I always keep my streaming rig in my glove compartment. So you never know what I'm going to do. I may or may not. So we'll see. But if anything, my big item that I'll give away, I will probably take a picture and post up on Instagram on Thursday. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, again, it's in the description down below. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram, and that way you'll be able to see what I am going to be giving away for good items this month. So and mind you, this is May's giveaway. I'm a little bit behind, so it's okay. But look forward to the next week. I will be on vacation next week, so I will not be at the show. I will have somebody filling in for me. I was hoping to have a little bit of clip and a little bit promo I was trying to work with him on. But unfortunately, he had a little bit of surgery today, but he'll be ready to go for next week. As I'm talking about, Wayne doesn't even know who this is. It is one, and I'm going to tell you, actually, before I tell this, before we actually get off, I want to give 5 minutes. I want you guys to throw out any guesses as to who you think will be filling in for me next week. That will be joining Wayne on WayneTech to film. But I will be doing a ton of filming out on vacation. We're going out to Great Wolf Lodge in Georgia. Great Wolf Lodge. We're going to go up to Atlanta to go see the aquarium, World of Coke. So lots of filming going to happen, stuff like that. So any guesses as to who will be filling in for me next week?
Did you see my lights get all like?
I did. That went bright. That was weird.
They did all kind of crazy stuff for a minute there. They went all like
crazy. I thought you were
doing
that. I honestly thought you were doing that on purpose.
No, they've decided that they were changing on their own. I had to go back and rechange them. I have this stupid app on my phone where I control my lights and stuff. I'm all sophisticated and shit, but they decided that they were changing themselves. Mike Becker, they wouldn't come live with me. No, they know better.
No, Mike.
None of those folks will ever be live with me. Even though I wouldn't mind having Mike Becker's one of the founding father of Funko. I wouldn't mind having him live, but it would never happen. Never, ever happen. We're not big enough, and we're not positive enough. We've got to get more positive for all of that nonsense.
Well, I don't have anything coming up, but I will tell you guys right now. Next week, filling in my shoes is the one, the only, the greatest information of comic books yet, aside from Jesse Lou Comics, that I'll have, and that is going to be JB from Discovery Bay Comics.
That's going to
be
fun.
Here next week. and he will be filling in for me. And it will be on Wayne's channel. Now, I know this week's on Wayne's channel. Of course, I won't be here, so next week will also be on Wayne's channel. So look for it there. We 300 every week of the year. We still give you WayneTech, even if one of us don't make it. We got to take
right.
breaks from time to time.
Every once in a while, we still have to take a break. JB's going to be a lot of fun. He says the 5-year-old kid with the parent that said he needed a Hulk. Yeah, that's exactly what was going on there. That they're about the same like reality.
So what do you got going on? What you got?
I don't know. So I'm a little late on my videos. I'm trying to get Friday's video done now. Everybody don't know this, but last week I had a tooth that decided it was going array. The thing cracked. I don't know if you've ever had a cracked tooth. God, it hurt so bad. The dentist took like 3 days to get me in. They actually got me in on the day that we were live on Lass's channel.
Yeah.
I was on that channel and I was in pain the entire time that I was on that channel. It
was
was
a trooper to be there, though.
It was insane. And toward the end, it then got so bad that I couldn't see straight. So I decided it was time for me to call it toward the end of that one. So I'm just really trying to play catch up at this point. So if I wind up missing some stuff, I think that I'm going to have a video that comes out tomorrow that was supposed to be a short that I didn't edit down into a short. So it's going to be a little longer than that. It should be like my pick 5 from Chase's Kingdom that he challenged us to do. So that video should be tomorrow. It was supposed to be a short, so it's going to be filmed in the vertical. Don't pay that any attention because I think it's like 3 minutes long. It didn't make it to the short variant, but it's whatever, right? So that one should be dropping. Hopefully I get Friday's video out. If I don't, I apologize in advance. I'm still kind of fighting some nonsense right now with my mouth, and my body doesn't react well to antibiotics. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but my body doesn't react well to anything. If it has a side effect on the prescription that says rare, that's I'm that one. I'm that person that it had the rare. Yeah, I'm that person as to why it has that one side effect. So right now my body's all out of whack because of antibiotics, but just stay tuned. Nothing's going to change. We're going to get through it. It's going to keep going. Just know that we appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us on these lives. They're just so much fun. Even though this one was put together last minute, it was still a lot of fun.
And with the live, just keep in touch with the live sometime this weekend. I'll put the thumbnail. It's probably going to be a pretty quick live. We're not going to be going through a ton of stuff because I do have to get back and help the family pack up because we are leaving early in the morning because it's about a 6-hour drive from here up to where we're going in Georgia. So it probably won't be the longest live, mainly based around the giveaways, but this is the giveaway to the members, and this is my appreciation to you guys.
So you guys have a good one. We will see y'all next Tuesday.
Have a good one.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Sometimes the easiest things to do take the longest amount of time to get done. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that, but before we get out of here real quick, guys, don't forget to go check our channel memberships out. These are both very new features to Mr. Techbot and myself, but we're both very proud that we have made it to this point. So go check out our memberships. The link should be down in the description below. If it's not down in the description below, you should be able to go to any one of our videos and it'll be down in the description below. So make sure you go check that out. It's super cool, fun way to get interactive with the channel. You'll get some really cool icons, some really cool emojis you can drop over in that super chat. You can drop over there in that chat so that you can flex on everybody a little bit. And don't forget that any and all super chats will go down in the description after this video is over. Give us 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to get it down in there. I mean, we might not be able to do it right away. You know, we've got to eat dinner and still hang out with our family, but we truly appreciate all of you guys, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a good one.